This video will show you how to get started using the EDA curve ramp mobile application. This mobile app utilizes the built-in functionality of Survey123 for ArcGIS to facilitate field-level data collection for curve ramps. Users can capture curve ramp details in the field and submit their records back to the ArcGIS Enterprise portal. This process takes place entirely within the Survey123 for ArcGIS framework and has been optimized to ensure user success. The survey's simple design makes it easy for users to answer questions specific to each curve ramp. Here they can enter in measurements related to the curve ramp as well as additional compliance information. To get started with this workflow, users will need to download and install the Survey123 for ArcGIS mobile application. Open the Apple App Store on iOS devices or Google Play Store on Android devices and search for the Survey123 for ArcGIS application. Users will need to know their Apple ID and password or Google Store login credentials to install this application locally to their mobile device. Once you have located the Survey123 application, select the download option and install it to your device. After the application is downloaded, users will need to log into the System of Engagement environment to access the EDA curve ramp mobile application. Launch the Survey123 application, select Sign In, and use the settings icon in the upper right-hand corner to add the System of Engagement ArcGIS Enterprise portal to Survey123. At the bottom of the screen, you will see a button that says Add Portal. Select this option, and in the URL box, enter in maps.coda.gov/portal and select Add Portal twice to confirm. You should now see the CDOT System of Engagement ArcGIS Enterprise portal as an active portal within Survey123. This is indicated by the highlighted row for this portal here. To go back to sign in, use the back arrow in the upper left-hand corner to sign in to the System of Engagement. Use the ArcGIS Enterprise login for Colorado Department of Transportation option. Here, use your DOT login, such as DOT /last name, first initial, and your password to sign in. If you are a contractor, instead of using the Enterprise login, you will need to use the ArcGIS login and provide your username, and password that we have provided for you in order to log in to the System of Engagement. Once you have downloaded and signed in to Survey123, you will need to select the menu option in the upper right-hand corner using the 3 lines to download surveys to this device. Here you will see the Prod EDA Curve Ramp survey listed in the choices available to you. Use the download option on the right-hand side to download this survey to your device. To get started with collecting information in the field, you can select the survey from your list here to open up the survey. If you are collecting a new survey curve ramp, you will use the Collect option up top. This will only be for curve ramps with new construction related, and you will fill out the necessary information including region, project code, the primary and secondary route. You will give it the curb ramp ID following the associated diagrams here, and answer all pertinent related questions for compliance on this curb ramp. In order to get to the related curb ramp type questions, you will first need to answer the curb ramp type, whether it be perpendicular, parallel, blended transition, or drip rest corner. Doing so will allow you to input the specific curb ramp location, in which you will select the map here to gather your location at the curb ramp. And then you will answer the specific questions and measurements for the curb ramp type. You will also be required to take 2 photos for the curb ramp here. To take a photo, you will need to select the camera icon here, which will allow you to open the camera and take a photo. Once you have completed all necessary information, you will utilize the green check mark in the lower right-hand corner. If you have forgotten anything, the survey will remind you that you are required to fill out specific information. After I have completed all the necessary information and have reviewed it thoroughly to make sure that the information is correct, I can use that green check again in the bottom right-hand corner. Now it will give me the option to send the survey now, or I can send later if I would like to go back and edit the survey. If it is in my outbox, it will show on the front here with a little 1 that says outbox. If I want to go in and edit the survey, I can choose to do so. If instead I choose send now, this will send the data to the ArcGIS Enterprise portal and is now in my sent box. If I am looking at an existing curb ramp that I know is already in the field, I can choose the inbox option here. Initially, the inbox will be empty. It is important when you get to the screen that you do not hit refresh in the lower right-hand corner. Instead, you will need to use the map option, which is in the bottom left-hand corner next to list. This will open up the map view. Once you have opened up the map view, you will need to use your fingers to pan the map to your specific area where you'll be working on the specific curb ramp. Once you have identified your area of interest for which the curb ramp is located, then you will hit refresh here in the lower right-hand corner. This will populate the map with the existing curb ramps. To generate the survey, we will then go back to the list view to see the associated curb ramps within this area. I can then use this list to select the specific curb ramp of interest based on the curb ramp ID. If this list is very long, you can use the search bar up top to enter in the curb ramp ID of the curb ramp that you're interested in evaluating, such as 295.347, right? And then I have the associated curb ramps at that location. And I select one, it will open up that curb ramp information. This will bring up any and all information, including primary route, if applicable, secondary route, and if listed, the curb ramp type. In this case, it is not listed. And therefore, in order to get those relevant questions, I will need to indicate that this perhaps is a parallel curb ramp. you can see that the curb ramp ID is already pre-populated. However, because we are going to be changing the curb ramp ID, I will be using these diagrams to assist me with reconstructing this curb ramp ID. I will then answer the pertinent information for this curb ramp in order to evaluate its compliance, including the necessary ramp measurements, and by taking a couple of photos. After all this information is completed, I will again use the check mark in the bottom right hand corner to submit this information back to the ArcGIS Enterprise portal.